Hey, I'm Coach Katrina, a personal trainer and owner of the club. I have lost 100 pounds 2 times in my life and gained it back 3 times. And what I find works best for my body and my mind is to just find balance with food. So here's Kleanish Eats with Coach. Hey y'all, Coach Katrina here. Today we are cooking a deconstructed stuffed pepper casserole. That was a mouthful. My sister-in-law recently made this and it was a hit all around, and I needed to make it, and she told me how easy it was and I was like, perfect. So right now I just have some extra lean ground beef. I just put it in this smaller pan, and then in this bigger pan I put some olive oil, and then I put some peppers in, because essentially this dish is like a stuffed pepper but without having to stuff the pepper. It's just rice, pepper, the ground beef, cheese, sauce, and garlic, and then I'm going to be adding some zucchini because I needed to use it, and those are all, like, zucchini fits really well with the rest of the foods that are going into this. So it might throw off the texture a bit, so if you're someone who likes to stick to the rules, stick to the rules. I'm gonna pray that this turns out okay today. I'm sure it'll be totally fine. These peppers, they don't need to be super cooked because it does go into the oven to bake, so it will cook a little bit more then. So I'm just going to get them a little softer than hard, I guess, if that makes any sense. So peppers are in. I'm going to put some fresh garlic in. The recipe also calls for 3 chopped garlic, but I'm putting 5 just to account for the extra vegetable that I am putting in. So I just added a little bit more garlic. If you wanted, you could put some onions in, but I'm just going to put some onion powder instead. And let me give that a whirl. Okay, we'll give this a stir. And I'm going to season this meat, so let's get some salt. Let's get some garlic powder. Might as well throw a little in there. Sure, why not? Let's add Italian seasoning. So this is just going to have a medley of probably green stuff and garlic and onion probably. I'm going to put some onion powder, and maybe I'll put a little bit of pepper in here. I was thinking I could make this spicy if I wanted, so if you like spicy stuff, add paprika or cayenne or whatever you may want to your beef, and then it can be a spicy casserole. Okay, so I have this contraption to cook my rice. The recipe calls for 2 cups of cooked rice. The recipe called for long grain, regular rice, but I had whole long grain, whole wheat rice or brown rice, so I'm using the brown rice. Not quite. So I'm gonna put it back in the microwave for a little bit longer. Add a little bit more water to it, because you do want it to be cooked before you put it in the oven to bake. The oven is pretty much just to medley everything together and to kind of get the cheese to melt on top. Now that the beef is mostly cooked, I'm going to add it in with the peppers and the garlic. Continue cooking that together. And then once this is fully cooked, then I'm going to add the zucchini, because the zucchini you'll just need maybe a couple minutes, because it won't take long to cook at all. So the recipe called for 1 cup of cheese. I think it said like a 3 cheese medley or something it suggested, but I thought a mozzarella would be best for this. So I already have about a cup. That's about a cup. But I am going to put a little bit more, as my sister-in-law Justine did, because the cheese was just so good on top. So as that's finishing cooking, you can grate your cheese and have that ready to go. Also, shout out to Justine, all of the other nurses like her, all of the other essential workers right now. Really appreciate all of the work. I can't imagine the stress people who are working right now are under, so just know you are loved and appreciated. So we're cooking it all the way, which it's close. So I'm actually gonna add the zucchini in now. This was 2 zucchinis. I got zucchini from Sunnyduk Farms. I think, you remember I asked, she said she got it from the Mennonites that live, or that are around there in Echo Bay. So it's always nice to support local. I try to as much as possible. As a business owner myself, I know how hard it is, so I try to do my best to do my part to share the love. Okay, so I'm gonna let that cook. All right, so I cooked the zucchini in here, I would say probably for about 4 minutes. Now I'm going to add my sauce. And I'm gonna let that cook, picking up a bit. Still waiting for my rice to finish up. All right, so the rice finished. I am curious. So I put 1 cup of like uncooked rice in here, hoping that it would yield 2 cups. So we're about to see. Now I didn't really think this through. Like I probably should have put more rice because I put the extra vegetables. Like I don't know how well this is gonna set, but we're gonna try. And I guess if I fail, it is what it is. I'll make sure I put the recipe without my additions so that when y'all make it, it's more of a success, but I think it'll still end up all right. With this right now, that like the beef and the vegetables and the sauce, that would have been just like really good to have with pasta. Like I could have just put that right over pasta. I could really just eat this as it is right now, the rice and the vegetables, like put it in a bowl and just put cheese on top. But I do want to get that baked, like kind of crust cheese on top, and I think that baking it will just bind everything together. We're gonna put half of the cheese in so that I can sprinkle the rest of the half on top. And that's it. Now I'm going to put it into a dish, and then I'm gonna throw it in the oven. So the oven's been preheating at 350 degrees. And just cause I feel like some Parmesan would also be good in here, so I'm just gonna put a little bit. Oh yeah, oh that looks good. Can you see the cheese? Ooh, yeah. It's looking good. Spread it out. Now, some extra cheese on top. And then this goes into the oven. It says for 25 minutes, or until it's like heated all the way through. So usually my oven runs a bit hot, so I'm gonna probably check it around the 15-20 mark. All right, so I guess while that's in, I'm gonna clean up this mess, see when it's done. Yum, yum, yum. Oh, that looks so good. So if you like things a little bit more crispy or burnt, I don't, but if you do, you could leave it on a little bit longer. But to me, that looks really good. I'm gonna assume that I should probably let it rest before I cut into it, but I'm impatient, so we're gonna just go right in. Beautiful. Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna assume that if I let it rest a little bit, it wouldn't be runny like that, but how good would this be with like a nice salad? Oh, I can't wait to try. Get some of that cheese. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Oh, and the zucchini is good in there. Gives it like another little bit of texture. Oh yeah, that's good, guys. If you make this, I hope you enjoy it. See you next time.